you guys. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Break It Down for me, Kristina. The purpose of these videos is to share information about the different resources available to entrepreneurs in the small business ecosystem of Chicago, Illinois. So let's get into today's topic, which is opportunity zones. Opportunity zones are an attempt by the federal government to encourage long-term private investment in low-income communities under the Federal Tax Cuts and Jobs Act of 2017. The real benefit to small business owners and investors alike is around the tax incentive on capital gains. Now, let's break down what the tax incentives around the capital gains actually looks like. So if you invest your capital gains in a qualified opportunity fund, you are eligible to receive partial tax forgiveness if the investment in that fund is held for up to 5 years. So that means you don't pull any of the money out, but you keep the investment in the fund. If you keep your investment in the fund for over 5 years, only 90% of the original gain will be taxed. If you hold your investment in the fund for up to 7 years, only 85% of the original gain will be taxed. But if you hold your investment in the fund for up to 10 years, any tax on the appreciation of that investment will be completely forgiven. Now, let's backtrack a little bit and talk about what a qualified opportunity fund is. It's really an investment vehicle structured as a corporation or an LLC and is specifically used to invest in opportunity zones. Also, 90% of the assets have to be held in that fund, which will be in the opportunity zones assets. Although investing in opportunity zones may seem more geared towards investors, contrarily, the federal government wants to encourage entrepreneurs and small business owners to consider opening up shop in opportunity zones. And for that reason, rather than trying to regurgitate some really key points for you all, I'm going to read them off. If you are a small business owner or entrepreneur thinking about investing in an opportunity fund to set up shop in an opportunity zone, here are some things that you need to know. First, at least 50% of the business's gross income must come from the operations within the opportunity zone. Second, 70% or more of the business's tangible property must be located within the opportunity zone property. Next, cash and cash equivalents designated as working capital will not be counted as non-qualified financial property for up to 31 months with a written plan on how the working capital will be used to invest in the opportunity zone property. And what the working capital plan really means is that property subject to construction or substantial improvement will qualify as opportunity zone business property. And then finally, if a business owner chooses to repurpose a vacant building for operational use, the improvements need to double the owner's basis in the building only, not in the land. And what the basis means is the original value of the asset for tax purposes. So the original set value of an asset for tax purposes. Now, I want to give you all a working example on the appreciation of your investment over a 10-year period. But I don't want to lose you all in the details because I will be throwing a lot of numbers at you. So I'm going to give you a very brief overview of what that looks like. So follow me for a minute, okay? So let's say I make a $100 investment into a qualified opportunity fund in 2018, and I hold on to my investment in the fund for 10 years. So because of the tax incentives, I will not be responsible for paying taxes on the appreciation of my investment at all. But additionally, I will be able to defer payments on that initial $100 investment until 2026. And if I look at the value of my investment after the 10-year period in 2028, my $100 investment will have inflated to $176, which actually equates to a 5.8% annual return on that $100 investment. Now, if another person made that same investment, but they did not invest in a qualified opportunity fund, they would only get a 2.8% return on their investment. So I hope that really shows you all the value in this opportunity through our federal government. And I hope I really articulated well just the program in general. I will make sure to attach links that will give you additional information and resources so that you could do your due diligence. But if you have questions for me afterwards, please feel free to reach out to me. If you would like me to put you in contact with someone directly from our state government in Illinois, I would be more than happy to do so. So please follow me on all social media: Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter at The Winners Club. And I will look forward to seeing you all next time.